Hello, welcome to the queue. It is Operation Missouri Loves Easy Company. It is Germany turn 4. Um, the Italy turn, I rolled a dice for an anti-aircraft hit for flying over my ships. And on non-com, you don't get to. So the bomber does go over there in Kaluga, and it offloaded its two dudes. So 74 to spend. We're going to spend 5 on tech. We got 8 infantry, 2 tanks, 2 mechs, artillery, 2 more infantry, artillery, and a fighter. And let's roll some dice. These are the dice. Everyone's elected 5, 5, 5, 5. And Japan just rolls 1 and pays whatever that is. So we'll just start with Germany there. And we got 5 dice, and we need a 5 or 6 to be successful. We have a 5 and a 6. So Germany is successful. We'll do Japan last. USA. They have a 5. Boy, they barely made it. Britain. Britain failed. So we'll leave their dice there. Russia. They got 2 5s. So U.S., Britain, or no, U.S., Russia, and Germany succeeded. Britain failed. They'll have to try next turn. Japan has 1 dice. We'll roll that Japanese dice. And how much do they pay? Oh my gosh. They got to pay 6, but Japan gets its money. Its tech. So as we go over here and look, and you're looking upside down now. So Germany goes from there to active. Japan goes to active. USA goes to active. Britain, well, they should be in the hold spot. And then Russia goes to active. So Britain's the holdout. So next turn, they'll buy dice again, or sometimes they just give up because the game gets too late for the tech. Uh-oh. Gosh. That was my microphone that fell off. Let me put that back on here. Maybe in a little more efficient manner, huh? Hopefully that didn't turn off the sound. Well, that would suck. All right, so combats. Really, I just have up here in Russia. We're going to send... I guess it doesn't matter where it comes from. Yeah, we'll just send 1 guy off the card here in Western Ukraine into whatever that is, Bryansk, and we got 1 tactical, and he'll come over 1, 2, and we're going to do the same move up in Archangel. 1 infantry, and then 1 tactical, and it goes 1, 2, 3, and has 1 movement left. This will be a walk-on, so 1 infantry from Poland. And 3 infantry here will walk into Rostov from Ukraine. All right, so 2 walk-ons, 2 rollables. The rest is non-com. So outside of the tech, there's not really a whole lot of dice rolling. Let's go to the first one. We have a tactical and infantry, and then defending will be the Russian infantry. Let's see how this battle works. They get me in Bryansk. All right. Up north in Archangel, it's the same rolls. I got them, but they got me. So we will lose the infantry here in Bryansk. It stays. Russian. Up here, we both lose. So we'll get rid of that Russian. And we'll get rid of the German, and it stays into, whatchamacallit, Russian. All right. That's pretty much it. So income, we go up 2, 3. I thought we had 2 walk-ons. Oh, yeah, we failed on both our combats. That's great. So Russia goes down 3, and Germany goes up 3. That's a pretty lame turn. So our forces here in Western Ukraine will step over to Ukraine. So I'll slide those 2 anti-aircraft guns. And that is this stack here What is that? That's 4. That figures, so I can't chip that out. So we'll put that under there. All right, coming up from Bessarabia will be another 4. We're going to move another tank in there because we want to. We're going to move another mech in there because we feel like it. And that came from Bessarabia. From Romania will come 1, 2, another tank. I don't know if I want to rail that or move that mech in there as well. I probably should, so let's move it in there. It's going to make that card really tough to count. All right, so Western Ukraine is open. We don't want that. We don't want to walk in. So we'll take 1 infantry out of Eastern and go in there. And let's take that chip off. All right, so we got 2 there. All right. I think I want to go, those guys all start going north. Russia's stacked all their goods. I haven't chipped it out yet, but it's all in one territory. But maybe I can get up and hit it from 2 sides maybe, huh? I'm going to have to go to the other side of the board. Let's finish down here first. So I got this Romanian infantry. He can rail, or I could rail him to Ukraine because I had Ukraine. Oh, that's nice. Wasn't thinking about that. All right, so down here we've got an air transport bomber grabbing 2. And he'll come down 1, 2, 3, fly over 4 into Egypt. All right. Okay. The big question is, no, we're not going to do that. All right. So let's go up on the other side. I think we're done on the south of Russia and the Africa. So we're coming around here. Oh, I don't remember seeing. I know I forgot Italy's convoy and Rob rolled it, but I don't remember seeing Britain doing a convoy. So before I moved that sub, if they didn't, oh well. Didn't lose anything. All right, so our fleet will go into A14, and the transport will grab an infantry and anti-aircraft gun from the Baltic and put it in Norway. This transport comes over from A15, comes over 1, and he grabs the tank and the infantry and puts them in Norway. All right, so this bomber is going to go over to Germany. Or is it? I think it'll stay there. We are, however, railing these 2 infantry, 1, 2, into Rome. We're going to move this mech over 1 into Western Germany. We've got 3 infantry moving into Paris. Actually, we're going to move 2 infantry into Paris out of Normandy. Okay, hang on. The dog is demanding to go out, so you can look at what's on my card there in Ukraine while I let the dog out. All right. Such is life as a dog. But as much of a whimpering as she was going on, there's either something in the backyard or she's really got to go. All right. Let's see what was left. I got to get my aircraft out of Normandy. So the fighter comes over 1, 2 to Western Germany. The 2 tacticals will come over 1, 2, 3 into Rome. That leaves one guy there. One guy here steps up from Belgian Holland. Well, actually, the two guys, there was three guys in Normandy. Two will rail 1, 2, 3 into Denmark. All right, so that just leaves an artillery in Paris. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's leave Denmark alone as it is. Sorry. All right, so we got that. We got over here in Russia, this fighter here can either go to Rome or come back to Germany. That's a good question. Where to go with that? I feel like Rome is pretty solid. There's only 3 transports there, so let's bring this fighter. Let's bring this fighter. Where will we bring it to? I guess let's bring it back to Germany. And this tactical has to land. It has a movement of 1. It's got to land there in Leningrad. This one has 2, but he's going to go here to Ukraine because I owned that previously. All right, so that leaves 2 artillery come up 1. 2 infantry will come up 1. The tank will come up 2. I think I'm going to leave the 2 mechs down here. All right, so that means 2 infantry, tank, and 2 mechs in the middle. Let's take 1 mech, 1, 2, into the Ukraine here. And that's going to be some serious counting when we get to that. We'll leave a mech, we'll leave the 2 infantry, and the tank will go 1, 2 here up into Latvia. All right, let's get our subs out of harm's way. This sub here in A19 goes 1, 2 to A12. These 2 subs here in A25 goes 1, 2, 3 to A13. This sub here from A20 goes 1, 2, 3. And these 2 subs in A5 will come over to A4. All right, so we've spread out our subs. Let's see, what did I not move? I think that's it. Yeah, I like those mechs there because I can go back if I have to. All right, so I think we are complete. Do I need these 2 infantry in northern Italy? I think not. I think they'll come up into Rome. So sorry, northern Italy. If they want you, they can have you, but it doesn't seem like a very good move. All right, so let's place our stuff. The fighter can go in Paris, actually. Oh, no, I want land units in Paris. Fighter goes into Western Germany. All right, so I've got 2 infantry in Paris and an artillery. In Western Germany is going to be 4 infantry and a mech. Over here in Romania is 2 tanks and a mech. The anti-aircraft gun goes into Western Germany. 4 infantry in Berlin because it seems like the right thing to do. All right. That is it in a nutshell. So we are now up to 53. So let's take our $3 there, 53 bucks. And we're going to add up some NOs, 5, 10, 23. So we're going to give 23 more. So there's 21. So we'll add 2 more bucks. So that will be 76. Wonder why I'm $1. Oh, that's because I saved $1 last turn. All right, so 76. There's the 6. So we're good. We don't need the tech marker anymore. Tech is in the books. I'm not going to start another one. All right, now for a recap. And this may take longer than my turn. In Egypt is a fighter, 3 infantry. Hello Maine is a infantry. There's also a bomber in Egypt that carried the 2 infantry down. Rome, 4 infantry, fighter, 2 tacticals. Paris, 6 infantry, 2 artillery, and an aircraft gun. Normandy, 1 infantry. Belgium, 1 infantry. Western Germany, 4 infantry, anti-aircraft gun, artillery, 2 mechs, 3 fighters, 1 tactical. Well, Berlin is 4 infantry. Normandy is 3 infantry, 2 AA, 1 tank. There's a sub in A6, A13, A12, 2 subs, and I can't see what that is way up there. A something, A4. A14 is a sub, destroyer, cruiser, battleship, 2 transports. Moving over, we got Romania, 2 tanks, 1 mech. Eastern Poland, 2 infantry, 1 mech. Rostov, 3 infantry. We'll do our card last. Belarus, 1 infantry. Lithuania, 1 infantry. Why do I have an infantry in Lithuania? Doesn't seem like I move him to the north. Let's move him to the middle. So in Lithuania is empty. Eastern Poland has 3 infantry and a mech. All right, Lithuania has nothing. Estonia, 2 infantry, 2 mechs, 2 artillery, 1 tank. Leningrad, 2 tanks, tactical. Looks like 3, 6, 7, 8 infantry. And last but not least is the big card here. And what do we got here? We've got 6, 4, that's 10, 15 infantry. Oh, the Russia's 30. We got to get some more infantry over there. But we got them in tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tanks. In mechs, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mechs, 5 artillery. That's it. Japan is next, and I think they're going as we speak.